As far as the vaccine, that's a hot topic right now in general, right? Who's getting it? Who wants it? Who doesn't want it? Which one you got? You Moderna, you Pfizer, you J&J. I'll say this. We should all get the love vaccine. Yeah, I'll be taking 3 dosages a day because we need it. I was working on the song on my own, and in the midst of writing it, very clearly though, I was like, I needed perspective outside of the Asian perspective. If you're like, was the first person you thought of Clef? Absolutely, because I saw the full picture already. And I sent it to him, and salute and appreciation to this brother. He listened to it once and was like, I'm on it.
Singing is one thing, but channeling and energy is something else, right? What I loved about the record was it wasn't like one of them records like, oh, let me preach to you, or let me say. It was sort of like I wanted to cry, you know what I'm saying? Like a cry of like, yo, what are we doing right now? A cry of like to check yourself. So for me, that's how I was able to channel that energy.
My grandma passed away at the top of last year at the funeral, drowning because I couldn't hold back tears. But after all that's happened this past year, part of me sees grace in the fact that she's not here. When my grandma passed at the top of 2020, she passed away right around the time of the Lunar New Year, which was also like, at the time, I was just like, yo, like, it was topsy-turvy for Chinese culture. The Lunar New Year is the most joyful time of the year. Those first 4 bars, it just came, and it felt so right. It felt like a way that I was honoring her. I do see grace that she didn't have to go through this past year. I would rate those few lines as probably the most personal. It just stirs something in me more than any other lines I've ever freestyled, written in all capacities. As a grandson, this statement's a fact. No elderly should ever be victim of such a heinous attack. Prey on the weak, only cowards will take advantage of that. No more staying meek, it's time to take a stand and react. For folks that are somewhat familiar with Asian culture, and when we say Asian culture, it's really broad, right? So that includes Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Filipinos, even Southeast Asians. There's high reverence, high regard, high appreciation for our elderly. In the MC Jin household, man, we love our elderly. We love the aunties, the uncles. In some way, it's almost like the older they get, the appreciation for them intensifies. There's a lot of wisdom that our elders can offer us. They've seen more than us. They've experienced more than us. It's a gift to grow old. It's a blessing to grow old. A simple trip to the market, thought the streets were safe, turned targets. I speak up for my people's sake. From this pandemic, I'm hopeful that we'll see escape. Until then, love's the only vaccine for hate. Now when my folks leave the house, it's quite the norm. My mind's flooded with thoughts of what might go wrong. Truthfully, I wish I didn't have to write this song, but it's only right I recite it since this mic is on. I specified a simple trip to the market because I think it's just giving it a bit more context, right? Like, imagine going to the market and not coming home. For what? For absolutely nothing. I think it speaks to a lot of people because it is very relevant, right? And there's a dual context to it. If we're saying hatred is a sickness, or it's a disease that's, let's say, running rampant amongst just the world, and that's just this collective stopping of hatred in general.
What if we went a little bit out of our way to stop the hatred? Stop the hatred, yeah. What if we took a little time out of our day to stop the hatred? Stop the hatred. This was just one of them records like, we really need to just check ourselves. Like, at the end of the day, we're like within an environment where it's like versus preaching hate. Like, rain love on me. Like, just take a second to really think about it. He cold like Antarctica. It don't matter if you black and white. Says the man in the mirror. Squad's facing the terror. I'm talking mama, papa, brother, sister, grandma, and grandpapa. All doomed cause of skin color. Michael always is conveying these subliminals. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like that would be like automatic first 2 bars and really just catch the individual's attention. Oh, yeah, I remember that Michael Jackson video, that black and white, the changing faces. And I promise you, go back and look at Michael's videos. You could put that against the Bob Marley messages, and you're going to see like, oh, wow, you know what I'm saying? I could either play, Earth, or I could play One Love. And I think that's that space, of infinity. Paranoid that my mind playing tricks on this ghetto boy, so I gotta scream for my mama like I'm George Floyd. Dressing linen like John, imagining, but he ain't give peace a chance. He took 8 lives with him.
It was the idea of drawing you into a collective before dropping the reality of what we're going through today. I was very careful with how I was gonna portray the George Floyd line. At the end of the day, for me, the idea of a solid man, well built, that goes to the gym like every day or every other day, being on the ground, and feeling like he's about to leave the planet, and all he can do is cry out for his mother. And he didn't call out for his mama in a panic way. He called out for his mama more like, I'm coming to you, mom. Like, is there a way that you can get to me right now? The next bar, I wanted to just connect it to show, like, whether if it was back then or it was now, the message has always been the same. Like, John Lennon had the idea, like, yo, give peace a chance. No matter what we was imagining, dude still rolled in and took 8 with him. So are we just singing? Because every couple of days we turn on the news, it's a cycle of the same killings, just different faces.
Where the love gone still unanswered. Politicians, they be flipping Gabby Douglas device so they could conquer, then they chain our ancestors. Come together like the Beatles remastered.
At the end of the day, they divide us, right? And they be like, okay, you're Asian, you go back to a shithole country. They set up these things to start to call us non-Americans. So whether if it's Jay-Z saying where the love gone or Black Eyed Peas saying where the love gone, I still feel that question is unanswered.
It's new footage every other day, every bit of it hard to watch. I'm talking to my son, he's 8, listen to your pops. I said don't fall for the bait, the actions of a few don't reflect the nature of an entire race. Maybe the past is full of lessons, but we missed it. History shows indeed tension has existed between the two communities, but here's a fact, beyond colors we're humans, not just yellow or black. Like Chris Rock, I ain't liberal or conservative inside. I just know the enemy would love to further the divide. Media don't care how the story is told, they're more concerned with how the story is sold. But we took our 8-year-old to a Stop Asian Hate rally about a month ago. 5 minutes before we left the house, he actually said, Daddy, I want to go and support, and I know why we need to, but I'm also scared. I don't think I want to go. And just straight out of his mouth, he said, what if the racists go to the rally and shoot the rally up, right? Shoot people there. So I said to him, you know what, Chance? This is exactly why Daddy thinks you should go. That fear you're feeling, a lot of people feel it, but there is power in coming together and encouraging one another. So he decides to go, and the whole time he still has reservations. I go up and speak, I share. Me and my wife both ask him, do you want to go up and say something? We get up on the stage, and the whole time I have the mic, he's still next to me, and he's still whispering to me, what do I say? What do I say? I say into the mic, I say, I want you to say exactly what's on your heart right now. And I give him the mic, and instinctively, he screams out into the crowd, stop the hatred. And I don't know about the audience, but for me, it was a surreal moment. It was out of body for me, even as his pops. Preconceived notions make it harder to see. Together, there's much power. Rush hour. Look at Carter and Lee. Hopefully, through dialogue, we'll start to agree. More light for you doesn't make the world darker for me. I'm as quick to acknowledge, too, that there has been, and there still is right now, anti-Black sentiment in the Asian community. This is where the conversation gets deeper. This song, to me, hopefully can be a piece that can start these conversations and just further bridge the gap. I think I kind of had the initial scheme, wasn't even so much the rush hour thing, but I had that line that I wanted to close the verse up with. Because I think the thing is, it has to be a joint effort, right? Like, as much as I'm gung-ho about this Stop the Hatred movement, Stop Asian Hate, I need to care as much about Black Lives Matter. And I need to care as much about movements that don't have a hashtag and don't have a official phrase, you know what I mean? Just in general, So I think that line, more light for you doesn't make the world darker for me, is me trying to say, let's care more about others as much as we care about ourselves.
if you got a problem, then we all got a problem. You feel me? Like if they're lynching or the police are shooting just black people on the street and we don't react, guess what? That becomes the new norm to society. So we had to step up together to let y'all know that's not the new norm to society. We all got to stand as a unit. That's why I'm here.